Hey guys, welcome back to the first ever episode in person, man. I am extremely excited about this. I'm obviously here with my co-host, Strick.
What's up, everybody? I hope y'all doing all right.
Yes, I'm completely excited. I cannot wait for this. Obviously, I want to start with a little bit more serious note than we usually do. We haven't filmed in probably, I think, over 2 weeks, about 2.5 weeks. So obviously, the news of Mike Leach passing away, obviously we talked about him pretty much on every podcast. As a Mississippi State fan, we got to talk about him every podcast. I just want to say condolences to the family. We're absolutely heartbroken. I have a little stuff, a little like shine on him. He's a 2-time Coach of the Year, three-time conference Coach of the Year, 158 wins, and you might not think like that's very impressive just for the teams that he played on. He went to Texas Tech, Washington State, Mississippi State. You can't really get the best players where he went. And, like, the fact that he made all those winning programs is just insane. And he did phenomenal. And the best, he did in the SEC, did it in the Pac-12. He did it everywhere he went. And he was a success everywhere. Mike, we love you. And let's get into the game. What we got, Jacob?
First off, I just want to say rest in peace to a wonderful person, coach, everything, man. Great man, great father, Mike Leach, man. He was a fantastic person, and even as an Auburn fan, I was very sad about his passing. But, anyways, let's get right into the bowl games. We're going to talk about a couple bowl games that have already happened, and then we're going to talk about some bowl games that are huge, that are coming up, that have huge implications on the future. But let's get into it, starting off with Florida playing against Oregon State, the Oregon State Beavers. Oregon State blew Florida out the water. Okay, Florida was playing with their third-string quarterback in this game because Anthony Richardson declared for the draft. The second string got arrested for something, or no, he got kicked off the team. Yeah. Either got arrested, one of those things. He's not with the team anymore. So they start Jack Miller, the third this game. They hyped him up like all pregame. They're like, this guy is going to be so good. He's the next Tim Tebow. No, he's not. He didn't play bad. Didn't have any turnovers. Didn't have any touchdowns. But the final score was 30-3, Oregon State.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely not a good game by the Florida Gators. An embarrassing loss for the SEC in general. But yeah, very disappointing into the season for Florida.
Yeah. Honestly, it just really looks bad for the SEC. I think they're 0-2. Missouri lost as well. So it just, things are not looking good for the SEC. Starting the bowl season, hopefully more SEC teams, the better SEC teams are about to play. Hopefully they get some wins to make us look better. But Florida's starting off ugly, man. 30-3. Obviously, Oregon State is maybe the best team they've had, maybe ever. I'm not really too sure. But they've had a great season this year. They beat Oregon. They almost beat USC. Great year for the Oregon State Beavers. So shout out Oregon State. They beat Florida, a decent Florida team. They weren't too good.
Yeah, they weren't great this year, but I mean, you beat an SEC team in a bowl game, still pretty impressive.
For sure.
Next, we're talking about a game that kind of saddens me, but makes me happy at the same time. We're talking about Wake Forest and Missouri. Sam Hartman, quarterback for Wake Forest. We've been talking about him pretty much all year. And this is his last game at Wake Forest. He's transferring. And he had a good game. Cannot lie, he had a good game. 280 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Pretty good way to end your Wake Forest career. Sources do believe that he is going to go to Notre Dame and be the next quarterback for them. Because
another transfer portal.
Yeah. Brady Cook, 215 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown. Didn't play bad, but not enough to win. The final score was 27-17. Another disappointing SEC loss in a bowl game.
For sure. Yeah, it was just all around just an embarrassing game. Brady Cook, man, I've been watching him a lot this year. Brady Cook's, I don't know what really Missouri fans look at him. I don't know if they like him or not. They probably don't like him too much, maybe. But this was another Sam Hartman masterclass, vintage Sam Hartman, if you will. And hopefully he goes somewhere good, and hopefully he plays in better competition with better players, and he might be very good wherever he goes. Hopefully he goes to a better team. But great, Wake Forest went 8-5 this year. That's a good year for them. So shout out to Wake Forest. Good season.
Shout out Wake Forest. Next, we're going to be talking about Kansas. playing against Arkansas in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Arkansas has a 58% chance to win this game. Kansas, as everybody knows pretty much, if you follow college football in the slightest, everyone knows Kansas started off hot this year. They were undefeated. They went like 5-0. Then they played TCU and lost. And then ever since then, they've just been in a bad downward spiral. And they finished the season 6-6, which is not ideal. They still made a bowl game, which is still good for Kansas standards. Arkansas, definitely a disappointing season for them as well. They had high expectations coming into the year and finished 6-6 as well. So this is a battle of two teams that have a lot to prove. And I'm excited to see who wins this game because I really do not know who will win this game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think KJ's playing. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Arkansas. Kansas, they started out so hot. College game day went, and then ever since college game day went, they just went downward spiral. I'm gonna have to go Arkansas just because I think KJ Jefferson's playing. He might have opted out. I honestly don't know, but hopefully he's playing because I got Arkansas to win this game. Go SEC.
Another victim of the Dripp Strick podcast curse. All right, next we're talking about Penn State playing against the Utah Utes, man. Sean Clifford, I really hope this is his last game at Penn State, and I believe that 90% of Penn State fans wish this is his last game too at Penn State because he's just not really good. But this is gonna be a good matchup. I can't lie. But I think Utah will win this game, man. They went 10-3. They won twice, not once but twice over USC. And I think overall their offense is just better in every way, shape, and form. Penn State, I mean, they've been all right. They had an underrated year. A lot of people overlooked their 10-2 record. But I just think Utah got this in the bag, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually agree with you. I got Utah. You know what I think about Cam Rising. They got a good squad. They really do have a good squad. They're playing January 2nd, so go watch that game. But yeah, Penn State, I think will be a very good game, probably a high-scoring game. I think Utah will score a lot of more points. And honestly, I think they might score a whole lot more points. So, yeah. But I really do think it's a good game. They got Sean Clifford, hopefully his last collegiate game. Hopefully he'll probably be playing in Canada next year. And then Nick Singleton, I believe he's a freshman running back. Fantastic running back for Penn State. He has a lot of upside. He might not be a freshman, I don't know. But, yeah, I got Utah Utes. They've been great all year. They beat USC 2 times in great fashion. And I believe Cam Rising leads them to a victory. What?
I was about to say something now. I totally forgot.
No, you good.
I was about to say I'm just hoping that this is going to be like last year's Rose Bowl game, though.
Yeah.
Ohio State and Utah, man.
Classic. That was a classic.
That was a great game, man. That was when
Queen.
we watched that. Hey, me and him
Queen.
watched it in the Alabaster Dairy Queen in Alabaster, Alabama, man. Go hit it up. Watch the Rose Bowl in Alabaster, Alabama Dairy Queen, bro. Oh, give us a sponsorship. Dairy Queen sponsorship. All right, next we're talking about the Mississippi State Bulldogs versus the Illinois Fighting Illini. Illini. I don't know. What even is an Illini? Give me the Dogs. Give me the Bulldogs by 60, dude.
Hey,
Their head coach passed away, unfortunately, but they said, we're still playing no matter what. We're going to play for him. They're going to win. They might win by 1,000,000 points. I'm going to be honest. They might win by 1,000,000 points. So, Will Rogers, great quarterback. Fantastic quarterback. Fit that air raid system so perfectly. Dude, it's going to be a bloodbath. Illinois, whatever you are, you're going to get destroyed. I can't lie.
Yeah, obviously I know. You see the background. Y'all know who I'm going for. I think the Dogs will win again. I think we will win 9 games. Hopefully we win it from Mike Leach. We're playing in Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. There's a pirate ship in the stadium that is so fitting. I love that. Go watch it January 2nd at 11 o'clock. Go watch the game. Going to be a great game. Illinois' defense is fantastic. They have one of the best defenses in the country. But hopefully the air raid, hopefully it will get them going. Obviously we have a new play caller on the offense. Mike Leach was our offensive coordinator, so we got a new guy calling plays. But hopefully it will be enough to get it done. Hopefully the guys play for Coach Leach, win it for Coach Leach, and end out the season on a high note. Man, Hail State. This is sad. My last game predicting my Dogs. So Hail State.
Yeah.
Hail State. That's awesome.
At least you get a bowl game. My Auburn Tigers didn't even make a bowl game. But hey, we got Hugh Freeze, and we'll talk about that in a few.
Yeah.
But next up, we're going to talk about Alabama, the Crimson Tide, versus the Kansas State Wildcats in the All-State Sugar Bowl. This is going to be a extremely good matchup. This is going to be a great game. I already know it. I already know it's going to be a great game. But I'm gonna go against the matchup predictor here. Alabama's predicted a 73.1% chance to win. I don't care. Give me the Kansas State Wildcats in this game, man. Howard, their quarterback, I think his first name is Will Howard, some Howard. Who cares?
Yeah, Will Howard.
Give me Kansas State by 30, bro. It's gonna be a blowout fourth quarter. It's gonna be close in the fourth quarter, and then Kansas State's gonna be like, all right, we're done playing around with these fools, these Best Buy employees. We're gonna score 50 in the third. In the fourth quarter. So give me Kansas State in this game. I think they actually have a good shot to win. Like I'm not even joking right now. Like I think they have a good shot to win right now.
Okay. Well, I don't pick against Alabama most of the time. I don't think I've ever picked against Alabama at all this season other than when we played Mississippi State because obviously I'm not picking against my dogs. But I think it will be a good matchup. I do think a lot of people enter the transfer portal at Alabama. So I think their depth is going to be exposed. For their bowl game because they don't have a lot of depth because a lot of players hit the portal. Their offensive line is not going to be as good, but I feel like they'll win it. They got the best quarterback in the nation in Bryce Young, but Will Howard's also a great quarterback and he was the backup starting this year. And they have Deuce Vaughn, so they're going to have to stop Deuce Vaughn and Will Howard because Kansas State has a great offense, but I think Alabama Crimson Tide. I think they will get it done. I think they'll pull it off, maybe by 20 points. I'm sorry. I got the Tide.
All right. End of the episode. We're done. It's over.
Sorry.
Next, we're talking about the Orange Bowl.
Dang, it's a good game.
Two orange teams, very orange teams. We're talking about Tennessee and Clemson playing in the Capital One trademark Orange Bowl. It's gonna be a good matchup, okay? Hendon Hooker, obviously everyone knows, out for the year, man. ACL injury, out for the year. You heard it, South Carolina blowout, out for the year. But it's not a situation where they throw in like just some random guy who just got off his Chipotle shift, working a 9 to 5. No, they got Joe Milton. I think that's his name. Yeah, Joe Milton, transfer from Michigan. Let me tell you, he's a senior, but his deep ball is beautiful. He can throw a deep ball better than anyone in the country. I can't lie. So I think it's going to be a very good matchup. DJ Uyunglele. Said that right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Obviously not playing in this game. He's transferring out because he's horrible. Oregon State. He won't even start there. They gonna move him to wide receiver or something. He still won't start there.
He will start.
No, he won't, dude. No, he will find a way not to start. So it's Cade Klubnik now. I think it's his name. Or is it Caleb?
It's Cade, yeah.
Yeah, Cade Klubnik starting for the Clemson Tigers. And let me tell you, the one game that he's played so far where he's like started, or maybe two, I don't know. But every game he's played so far, he's been perfect. He's been great. He's been really good. So as much as I hate to pick against the SEC, I'm going to have to pick against the SEC. Okay. Give me the Clemson Tigers. The Tennessee DBs have been struggling all year trying to keep up with these really good receivers. I just Clemson by 30.
Okay. Fantastic pick, man. I've been saying so well on Clemson. I've been giving them a lot of praise this year. I don't like when Clemson's not a good team because it's not good for college football. They need to be a good team.
Oh my god!
And when Hendon
Hooker, say this every episode. You say this every time.
I do say this, but if Hendon Hooker was playing, I'd pick Tennessee. But Joe Milton is not very good. I'm gonna be honest. He's not very good at football. So it's Cade Klubnik's season. DJ's out of the picture. Cade doesn't have to worry about a 5-star quarterback with him. He's got the offense. Will Shipley's running the ball for him. Give me the Clemson Tigers, man. I hope Clemson wins this game. It's going to be good for Dabo Swinney. Good for them. And it's on December 30th, 7 o'clock. So y'all go tune in. Hopefully Clemson will, well, not hopefully, but I think Clemson will beat the Tennessee Volunteers. But I think it will be a great game. Two teams, I mean, they match up well. Like Tennessee's offense versus Clemson's defense, that's going to be so fun to watch. Cannot wait to watch that and keep up with it. But yeah, Clemson.
Look, DJ Uyunglele leaving Clemson is like cleaning your room, man. You get all that trash and dirty clothes, everything. Get all that out, and you have a perfectly clean room.
Yeah.
Great analogy, Bob.
That's good.
Great analogy. Next, we're talking about Texas and Washington playing in the Valero. I don't know how you say that. Valero Alamo Bowl. The Alamo Bowl. They're playing in the Alamo Bowl. Another very good matchup. Quinn Ewers. This is how he's been all year.
Yeah.
Had high expectations. He played good against Alabama for like the quarter that he did play. He got hurt in that game. I also firmly believe if he stayed in that game, Texas would have won. But that's not important right now. I don't know if Bijan Robinson is playing in this game or not. I don't think he is. Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know. Don't quote us on that. But Xavier Worthy, really good wide receiver for Texas. But I don't care that they can have Bryce Young, they can have Archman, and they can have whoever they have on their team, but they are not beating this Washington team, bro. Michael Penix Jr. has had an incredible season. No one's talking about him, but definitely put him on your Heisman watch for next year. But give me Washington in this game, bro. I'm going against the matchup predictor again.
Yeah.
Doing it 2 times. 2 times in one. Actually, it might have been 3.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
2 times. We'll say 2 times in this episode.
Upsets.
There's going to be a lot more. Going to be a lot more. So I'm going with the Washington Huskies. Go Huskies.
Man, we agree again, dude. I think that's a good pick. I think they'll win by 20 points. 20-plus points, man. This Texas team does not have I mean, Washington has been fantastic this year. I mean, they have been fantastic. I believe they beat Oregon. Washington has been fantastic. Michael Penix Jr., if he does his thing, I think they'll win by 20 points. I really do. Texas just doesn't have the guys for it. They really don't. Quinn Ewers, hopefully, Quinn Ewers is playing, right? So
Yeah.
So Quinn Ewers, hopefully, that gives him the chance to win the game. And obviously, if Bijan Robinson playing, that definitely gives him a chance to win the game. But I got Huskies. I think it's going to be big. I really do think it's going to be big because I think Washington's a very underrated team this year. I think they've played phenomenal pretty much all year. So I got the Huskies too, for sure.
For sure. All right, so now we're going to talk about the playoff games, starting with the lesser game of the 2 games.
Yeah.
Ohio State at Georgia, or playing Georgia, in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Eat more chicken?
Eat more chicken. Sponsor us, Chick-fil-A. Ohio State snuck into the playoffs just barely. Very glad that they got in over Alabama, by the way. But they finished the season 11-1. They got destroyed by Michigan again. Second year in a row that this has happened. Smith Najigba, is that his name?
Yeah, something like that.
Or was it Igboku?
And,
One of the 2 wide receivers that has a super weird name. I don't know where Ryan Day finds these guys, but one of them is actually not playing in this game. He opted out. He wants to get ready for the NFL draft.
That's dumb.
Whichever one it is, it don't matter. They're probably going first round. They're a first-round receiver.
Yeah, for sure.
So, because of that, Georgia's just way too good this year. 13-0, perfect record, and I think they keep that perfect record perfect.
Okay.
Give me the Georgia Bulldogs. As much as I hate to pick them, bro, hate Georgia, okay? Listen, if you're watching this right now, do not get me wrong. I do not like Georgia, but I'm going to pick Georgia for this game.
Okay. I just wanted to let y'all know Ole Miss is not competing in the playoff.
Bro, Ole Miss ain't even in the playoff.
They did not make the playoff. Just want to get that out there. So, let me continue on. I think that's a good pick. I got Georgia, man. Nobody can stop this defense so far. I think Ohio State has a fantastic offense, though. It's going to be that offense versus defense connection is going to be very fun to watch. Give me Stetson Bennett, man. That dude he doesn't lose many games. I think he's lost 1 game maybe in his whole career at Georgia. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, dude. Give me Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett, dude. He's just the GOAT, dude.
Go.
Heisman finalist, and but yeah, I got them over Ohio State. But I think it's going to be a good game. I'm really glad Ohio State snuck in the 4th spot. I really wanted them to. And I think it's going to be a fantastic game. 2 great, fantastic teams. And but give me Georgia. Give me the SEC team. For sure.
Good pick. Great pick. But next, we're talking about a game that's going to definitely be good. Like 100% chance to be good. And, of course, we're talking about the only playoff game left. TCU, the Horned Frogs. Beautiful season. They've had an incredible season. Max Duggan comes back from that heart thing he had. He had a heart thing. That heart thing that he had, man. He comes back, Heisman finalist. And he's led his team to the playoffs, 12-1. Against the J.J. McCarthy led Michigan Wolverines. This is going to be a really good game, and I don't care if Blake Corum's not playing because they got Donovan Edwards too in the backfield. He's been playing really good this year too.
Yeah.
The ground game for Michigan is just way too good. They can run the ball any way they want. They'll gain yards. Max Duggan, that dude plays with lots of heart, but I don't think his team really does. We saw that in I think it's Big 12 championship. His conference championship game.
Kansas State, right?
Yeah, against Kansas State. Give me Michigan in this game. J.J. McCarthy, he's a really good football player. He'll be in the Heisman race next year for sure. Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, don't care who's playing running back. They're going to get a lot of yards. Give me Michigan in this game.
Okay. Yeah, I believe Corum's out. I think he has some knee surgery or something like that. I might be wrong. But I agree with you, man. I got Michigan. I think Max Duggan. I think the Magic's wore off. I think they're going to show it tomorrow or whenever it is, the 31st, New Year's Eve. I think they're going to show it New Year's Eve. Max Duggan, I think he's going to play hard. I just don't think he has enough to carry the load for the Horned Frogs. I got Michigan. Their defense has played phenomenal all season, put up crazy numbers on the defensive side. And obviously Blake Corum, obviously he's not playing, but he's played phenomenal all year. We've been giving him his flowers. Donovan Edwards, man, I think he's going to be the X factor for this game. I really think he's going to play phenomenal. I really do. And they got, honestly, Ronnie Bell, wide receiver, fantastic wide receiver. But, yeah, J.J. McCarthy, too. He really proved that he can throw the ball. He showed that Ohio State. There was a lot of questions about him. Like, man, he keeps getting bailed out by his running backs, and then Blake Corum goes down. He really showed that he's a legit thrower. So I think with all that combined for Michigan, I believe I got the Wolverines.
Good pick. Another great pick by Austin Tucker.
Yeah, thank you.
And then one last game. It's not on the list we have here, but it's the game that's the most important out of all of them. More important than the playoff games, the Peach Bowl, the Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl, Cheez-It Bowl, Orange Bowl. It don't matter. It's better than all of these. And, of course, we're talking about the one and only Birmingham Bowl. Me and Austin Tucker will be in attendance to this Birmingham Bowl to watch for one purpose. Well, actually two. Yeah. It's a tradition now. We made it a tradition. We go into every Birmingham Bowl from now on. Year two of the tradition. And, of course, the second reason is to watch Grayson McCall, Coastal Carolina quarterback, the GOAT. We love him. Play his last game in a Coastal Carolina uniform. And, of course, for that reason, I'm going to have to pick Coastal Carolina over the East Carolina Pirates.
Yeah, dude, I am stupidly excited. If anybody doesn't know, anybody listening and watching, we're actually our podcast is based around Birmingham area. So obviously the Birmingham Bowl is very big for us. We can't wait for this every year. We went last year with Houston versus Auburn. We're going this year. And I haven't known. I haven't really thought about who's going to win yet because it's been a toss-up, really. But I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. It's going to be a night game. Probably going to be very cold here in Alabama. But I'm sorry. I got to go. I think I'm going with Coastal Carolina, too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. But I'm going with Coastal Carolina, too. Grayson McCall's last game. He's going to play with heart. He loves Coastal Carolina, but obviously he knows, his quarterback left, and his coach left, so that's an excuse. So give me Coastal Carolina. I cannot wait for this game. We're going to be wearing our merchandise.
Yes, sir.
Merchandise. Let me show you the hat, too. Let me just show you the Dripp Strick hat. You already know. Stay tuned for that. We got T-shirts, too. But we cannot wait to go. We're looking forward to this, man. It's awesome.
Look, I got one thing to say. Coach or not, Grayson McCall is going to ball out, and he's going to win this game for Coastal Carolina. Look, you can get Grayson McCall, get a bunch of random prison inmates, and he would take them to the Super Bowl in the NFL. He would take them to the Super Bowl. He's that good, man.
Very good.
I'm so excited to watch. And I believe that is all I got for today.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. You want to do the outro, man?
I got the outro, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe. You got any questions, comments, concerns, comment them down below or DM us on Instagram at Dripp Strick Podcast. No underscores, nothing. Literally just look up Drip with 2 P's Strick Podcast on Instagram. We're also on Twitter, TikTok. We're making a Facebook soon for all you older people.
Coming soon.
For the older audience. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to be a guest on the show, just hit us up, let us know. We'll gladly have you on. But that is all I got for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
See ya.
Peace.